When you work in tech at Cox, you get to do meaningful work every day. You get to be the biker who codes as fast as he rides, crafting advanced tech solutions that transform car buying. Or a guitarist who develops harmonious apps and websites, connecting people to people and businesses, all in real time. A savvy soccer mom running solution sets as passionately as she runs gameplays. Be the super secret keeper, designing cybersecurity systems to protect private data and websites. A planet protector, expanding EV battery life and inventing more ways to build a better future for all. When you work in tech at Cox, you get to do career-defining work that solves the greatest problems of our time. Join us and connect to work that improves lives, including yours. Learn more about our family of businesses at cox.career/tech.
Audio Jungle.
Good evening. Welcome to WSBI, your Resource for Success podcast program, where you get to meet inspiring women-owned businesses from across the country. My name is Kimberly McLemore, and I am your host. With us, we have Alicia McDaniel, founder and owner of LaKicks Handbags and Accessories.
Hello there. How are you today, Kimberly?
We're doing good. Welcome, Alicia. How are you?
I am doing great. I'm excited about our interview today. Thank you so much for having me on.
It's my pleasure, and I'm so glad that we got the opportunity to talk again. We have talked before, so it's going to be really exciting to be able to let everybody else hear about our conversation. And so let's just get this interview rocking and rolling. So you want to tell the listeners a little bit about yourself?
Sure, why not? Well, I was born and raised right here in Richmond, Virginia. I graduated from Virginia Union University. I'm a mother. I'm a business owner. And besides banking, I've actually been in the retail industry for about 30 years now.
Wow.
One of the things that I love to do is smile. I mean, even when I'm on the phone, I'm hoping that people can hear my smile as well. I love shoes and handbags, and I love making my customers happy.
Wow, and that is very well said, and believe me, I'm sure you are doing that because I have had the privilege of seeing some of your products, and boy, I love some of those bags, and I had to keep running away from your table when I first met you because I am a handbag fanatic. But I think it's really great that we're having this opportunity to talk about who you are and what your accomplishments have been, some of your challenges as well. But what I do want to find out is what inspired you to kind of go into this type of business? Because I know when we talked a little bit prior, you had mentioned that you actually had a brick and mortar type business, and then you've transitioned this business. So can you tell me a little bit of how you got to those steps?
Absolutely. Even prior to me opening up my brick and mortar business, the person that I would say that inspired me was my daughter. And I said that because before she was born, I actually dropped out of college. And It was one of those stories. I dropped out of college. But once my daughter came into my life, everything changed. And this, I would say, beautiful creature inspired me to go back to college and finish up this time. And I remember at the time I graduated from college, I was 34 years old when I graduated. At that time, my daughter was 5 years old then. And now this December, I get to cheer for my daughter at her own college graduation. So my daughter is definitely one of the people that I can say that has inspired me.
Well, congratulations on your daughter soon to be graduating this year, and congratulations for you. And I say that because I think it's always very important to go back and just live your dream. And even if you had decided not to complete college, I still believe that to this day you would be doing what you love to do.
Yes, that is true. Thank you.
You're welcome. I just think it's important that people understand that the education is always welcoming, and it's important to have because it does take you a step further. But at the same token, I always believe that when you have a certain desire within you, you're just going to step out there, and 90% of the time you're just going to do it.
Absolutely.
It is what it is.
It is. And, I also had to think about, being a positive role model and a mentor to my daughter. Mm-hmm. We're with females, we definitely have to give them special and extra attention. And I just wanted to make sure I thought about it. I said, this is not just about me. This is about my daughter. And mm-hmm. I really strongly believe had she not come into my life, I may not have completed college. So she has definitely inspired me.
Right. And then, as I always used to tell my son, I can't ask you to do something that I haven't done. So I think that is an important piece that you brought up, that, you wanted your daughter to see that you can be anything you want to be, but these are the pieces that come with it. And, like I said, I applaud you for doing that. I'm sure that she is extremely proud of her mother, and now she's getting ready to take some of the steps that you've taken already. So that's even more beautiful opportunity for her. But one thing I want to ask you, now you said you've been in this field or in this business for about 30 years per se in the field. So tell me how you transitioned your business the way it is today.
Yes. Well, it's funny that you asked me that because this coming Wednesday, May 24th, it will be 2 years that I actually relaunched my business. This time I went the route of going online versus a brick and mortar store. So when I got started, like you said, I've been in the industry for 30 years, but I remember when I first got started, or what kind of made me transition back into this field is my mom. My mother being a very fashionable person, and I'm going back to my childhood now. So my mom being a very, very fashionable person, I just remember how I used to go into her closets and dress up like most little girls did. And I remember how she put her outfit together, from, the outfit to the handbags to the shoes. Mm-hmm. And there was one pair of shoes that sticks in my mind. There was a black and white snakeskin print shoe. It was a pump that my mother had. And I can recall, Kimberly, looking at that shoe like it was a piece of art, which it was. Right. So today I actually, any type of animal print of anything, I just love it to death. So I would say that my mom kind of helped me get started back into this because she knew running a business was one of my passions. Even when as a child, I can remember being the candy lady person. I would make icebergs and have all kind of candies, and everyone would come to my house. I would sell them for a quarter or whatever. I've always had that mentality, that business mentality, and it is just a part of me. And I just had to start back up my business because it's what I love. I love making people happy, as I mentioned earlier. And that is one of the reasons why I remain in this industry. Mm-hmm.
Well, I tell you, like I said, you have some gorgeous bags. Now, kind of explain to the listeners. Now, your bags, I noticed you have very high quality in bags. Now, how do you get those bags in order to get us to the customers? Where is your connections at in that?
Sure. Okay. Well, the good news is when I did have my shoe store, it was a shoe store. And by the way, it was called LaKicks Lady Shoes back then. Okay. So I kept the LaKicks. But I would attend, as I do now, different shoe shows or accessory shows. You have them in New York, you have them in Atlanta, you have them in LA. So I would go to those. And because I already had a business relationship with most of the same handbag vendors that I had when I had my shoe store, I'm able to still remain in business and keep connections with them. So for the most part of it, to be quite honest with you, I can save money by not having to take that plane or purchase that rental car or that hotel expense by just going to most of my vendors' website and placing the order. But they're the same vendors that I actually did business with when I had my shoe store. So I'm very fortunate to still keep that business connection with them.
Right. And I think that is fabulous. I was going to say having that connection. So, whether you're a brick and mortar or not a brick and mortar, being able to show good business practices allowed you to continue to expand and move your business in a way that is going to be more beneficial for you. And that's really important in any business, is constantly realizing that those connections mean something.
Exactly.
So tell me a little bit about the challenges you've had to face, though, being that you were a brick and mortar, and because, a lot of times as we go through this brick and mortar scenario, you always feel like you can bring more people that'll come through, but doesn't also necessarily mean they're going to purchase, but you have that face value more at a little bit different time frame. So now that you're in the other side of the world, how do you reach out to people, and what have been some of those challenges that you faced making that transition in the last 2 years?
Yeah, well, with my business, it is we have 3 segments to the business.
Okay.
Of course, we have the online, because we're an online boutique. We do private parties, and then vending. Now, I'd say the vending has been the most challenge since I've started this business. Now, in addition to the physical side of the vending, as far as the assembling and disassembling, choosing the right vending opportunity can be very hard and very complicated. And I said that because there's times when the sponsors are just that, a sponsor who's out to make money. So they may not have the best interest for the vendor. For an example, as a sponsor, not only are you trying to make a profit, but you want to make sure that your guests know that you have that you'll be having vendors at your event, so that the guests basically will have the mindset of shopping. Basically, you want to advertise or promote your vendors. And so that's the part that I've been having a hard time with, as far as the new business that I've relaunched. And I've been at some events, and the customers would actually say to me, I didn't know I didn't know vendors were going to be at this event tonight, which basically means no sales.
Oh, wow. So, okay. Wow. Well, that's crazy. That's like a waste of time for you if they just they didn't bother to tell people, that vendors are going to, and I don't understand that concept. If you're going to have some type of event and you don't explain that there's going to be vendors there, what kind of a business event is that? It actually would make me run away from wanting to be involved with those type of events ever again, but like you said, in the business that you're in, you need to have that 3-tier type process that, that helps you get more aligned and continue to bring people to you. So that I can imagine what you go through when you have to deal with that.
Yes. It can be a little complicated on the vending side, but I mean, I love it all, and it just comes with the business, and you just have to figure out, ask the right questions when you're attending.
When you work in tech at Cox, you get to do meaningful work every day. You get to be the biker who codes as fast as he rides, crafting advanced tech solutions that transform car buying. Or a guitarist who develops harmonious apps and websites, connecting people to people and businesses, all in real time. A savvy soccer mom running solution sets as passionately as she runs gameplays. Be the super secret keeper, designing cybersecurity systems to protect private data and websites. A planet protector, expanding EV battery life and inventing more ways to build a better future for all. When you work in tech at Cox, you get to do career-defining work that solves the greatest problems of our time. Join us and connect to work that improves lives, including yours. Learn more about our family of businesses at
The most wonderful time of the year. Although, let's be honest, around the holidays, things really add up. But here's the good news. Only at Verizon, you can get a single line for $50 per month when you switch and bring your phone. So, while ice skating for two is definitely costing more, here at Verizon, you can save. Gifts for your third cousins? Steep. A single line with Verizon? Not so steep. A real tree? Pricey. A single line with Verizon? Less pricey. Flights to see Mima and Pops? Those are up. A $50 per month single line? That's down. Even a trip to the Atlanta holiday market will cost you more. But with Verizon, you can switch and bring your phone for just $50 per month for a single line on unlimited welcome, with autopay plus taxes and fees. All this to say, during the holiday season, when everything is costing more, you can get more for less right now at a local Verizon store. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G, 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
The vending shows so that you can determine whether you want to spend your time and money at these events. But other than that, that's been the most challenge that I've had since I just relaunched the business.
Okay. Well, like I said, just keep going at it because you definitely have the concept down. And like I said, I know your bags are awesome and you just got to keep moving forward with that because challenges is what makes you stronger. So, if it was a problem, you wouldn't be doing it today. But, just keep forging up front and everything's going to be fine. But tell me a little bit about some of your success. What do you think has been one of your greatest successes being in this type of business?
Sure. Well, I would say the business itself is one of my relaunching the business, as I mentioned earlier, is one of my greatest success. Being a previous business owner and having to start all over again, I didn't realize how many people supported me and that they were so happy to see me back in business again. The fact that they really missed the quality merchandise, and some of them even told me that they missed me. What I do love about this business is even with my previous business, I didn't just sell to a customer. And I know, of course, we're trying to make a profit as a business owner, but I didn't just sell to a customer. I actually built relationships with these women or with these customers. I knew their families. I knew their husbands' names. I knew their children's names. So I would say my greatest success thus far has been the fact of relaunching my business, because that's very tough to kind of start all over again after you've lost everything. You had to just start all over again.
Yeah, and I love what you just said, that about being in business, it's not about just making the money, it's about building those relationships. And that's with any business. You have to have good relationships. Your consumers are more than just consumers.
Right.
And like you said, it makes a person feel good when they can walk through the door or they can see your face and you already know who that customer is. You know what they like. You have the things that they want. You feel special and you don't mind coming in and purchasing that bag or purchasing those shoes or whatever accessories that they're looking for, even if they don't need it or want it or have it, but just knowing that, hey, this is my friend and they're going to be well taken care of. That's an important part of business. And I always fuss about the fact that I think the biggest thing that we're missing in most of our business is good customer service.
Oh, wow. That is so important, Kimberly. And just to add to what you just mentioned, funny story, when I had my shoe store, I remember this one customer, she purchased a pair of shoes and she loved them so much. About probably 6 months later, she came back and purchased the same pair of shoes. So I mentioned to her, I said, hey, you already have those shoes. And she said, oh, no, I don't have these. She said, you're probably talking about the other brown pair that I purchased from you. I said, no, you have those same exact shoes. Right. And she said, no, I don't have them. Well, funny is she came back into the store the very next day and she said, you know what? You were absolutely correct. I have this same pair of shoes. She said, but because I like them so much, I'm going to keep this pair too. And she said, I will forever be your customer. I'm never going to shop anywhere else. She was just so excited and she just felt so good that I knew all the shoes she's purchased in the store. And hey, you bought those before. Ditto.
Oh, that is funny. Yeah. And us women, we do have a tendency of like, you know what? I like this shoe. It's really great. I'm going to get, 2 or 3 different pairs stores, but normally it's different colors versus being the same shoe. So
yes.
yeah, that is great. That's a great story because, like I said, it just chimes right back into the importance of real, true customer service. And when you have a customer that feels that good to say, hey, I'm just going to keep these pair of shoes even though I know I got another pair, knowing the fact that you know who she is as an individual, that's what made her happy at that moment. So customer service is always something, like I said, that I gripe about because we had just seemed to be in an era and time where that is just completely out the window.
Yes, it is.
And it just drives me crazy. So I'm always fussing about something when it comes to customer service, but enough of me fussing right now. But talk to me, talk to me a little bit about if there's anything you ever thought you would change or do differently with your business, what might that be?
Let's see. If I would do something different or change, well, I may not really do anything different or even change it, but I may enhance it or add to it.
Okay.
As a business owner, of course, you're trying to figure out ways to bring in the customers and make a profit. And I would probably, everybody asks me, are you going to open up another brick and mortar store? I would probably add in the future another brick and mortar store.
Okay.
So that I can, have a physical location for the customer to come into. So I don't really feel like I need to actually change anything. I feel like I would probably need to more so enhance it or make it better, should I say.
Okay.
And that would be one of the things that I would do. And I would, of course, continue with the online business because online business is the way of the world today. I mean,
Absolutely.
we just during the holidays, they have not just Black Friday, but they have, what is Monday called? When they have when you shop online. Jesus, I can't think of the name. But anyway, they shop online. And basically, a lot of customers are shopping online today. So I would definitely continue with the online business as well.
Yeah, because online is just the way to go. And it's just convenient, and that's what this world that we live in today is all about, convenience. So, having the opportunity to just sit in your home and pick and choose what you want. You can just look online and say, oh, that's beautiful. Now I'm going to take it. Don't even have to get out your card. Hey, you can't beat it, So,
exactly.
So absolutely. So if there was a woman who decided that they wanted to come into this type of business or any business, what advice would you give them? Okay,
well, as a business owner in general, the first thing I would say is be an honest business. To me, that's very important, especially with what's going on in our economy today. You hear on the news very often now about different businesses not being honest with their customers. So that would be the first thing I would say is to be honest with your customers. The next thing I would say is as we just spoke on earlier, is to provide exceptional customer service. That's a pet peeve of mine too. When I go inside of a store, I am actually looking for them to the retailer to provide me with excellent customer service, because if you want to retain a customer, if you're trying to grow your customer base, I mean, you're going to do whatever you can to keep that customer coming back or keep that customer happy. So I would say, of course, provide exceptional customer service. And last, I would say to work your business like a business. And by that, what I mean is to be professional. Even if you have to model off of another, say, big business, say Macy's or Nordstrom's or whomever. I do remember years ago, one of my mentors telling me, if you're going to be a copycat, copy the right cat.
Amen.
So,
exactly.
So, yes, I would. Those are three of the things that I live by: being an honest business, providing exceptional customer service, and working my business like a business.
I love that. I love that last one because that is so right. You have so many people who come into business that they get the idea of what they're trying to convey, but they don't get it. And, in the bigger terms. And so, if you're going to come out here into business, like you said, if you're going to practice or you're going to copy, deal with the people that are doing it the right way. And even if you're not copying, you can learn something. And it doesn't even have to be somebody who's a bigwig. Like I tell people that mentorship is a part of business as well. It's not just talking to you and telling you what to do. It's actually showing you how it can be done. And one thing I like to that I always offer within my program is a business-to-business mentorship, because that to me is the most important piece, because you're not going to know everything. So like you said, if you're going to get out here and be in the business in the proper way. So I love the statement you just made, because I think that's very genuine, and it's important that it doesn't matter whether you've been in business for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. You want to do it right consistently.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's a great, great saying. That's something you probably need to brand. I like that one.
Yes, if you're going to be a copycat, copy the right cat.
That's right. Anyway, so just real quickly, how can the listeners get a hold of you?
Oh, yes. So because we're an online boutique, you can visit our website at www.LaKicks.com. And that's LAKICKS handbags with an S on the end, .com. We're also on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. And our phone number is 1-800-993-2646. 1-800-993-2646.
All right. Awesome. Oh, I want to thank you so much for coming on tonight and sharing your story, giving us some ideas and helping out the next person, because believe me, it is so important to share the resources. And that is the reason why I love doing my podcast program, because each one of us women have something beautiful to talk about and something new to give to the community. So again, I want to thank you for your time this evening. And do you have any last words you want to say?
Well, again, Kimberly, I'd like to thank you so much for, allowing me this opportunity to share with your audience about my business. And I am looking forward to hearing back from some of them. And if I could be of any help with the information that I just provided to your audience, feel free to give me a call, or you can even email me at LaKicks@gmail.com. Any way that I can help you out, I'd be more than happy to do so. So again, just thank you so much, Kimberly, for giving me this opportunity today.
It is my pleasure. And again, thank you for coming on tonight and sharing your story. For everybody else, it is good night. We're here every Thursday evening at 7 p.m. You can also find me at WSBI website at www.wsbillc.com. You can visit me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. But until then, enjoy the rest of your evening.
Gotta take it on my way. Gotta take it on my way. It's a brand new day. Gotta take it on my way. Gotta take it on my way.
When you work in tech at Cox, you get to do meaningful work every day. You get to be the biker who codes as fast as he rides, crafting advanced tech solutions that transform car buying, or a guitarist who develops harmonious apps and websites, connecting people to people and businesses, all in real time. A savvy soccer mom running solution sets as passionately as she runs gameplays. Be the super secret keeper, designing cybersecurity systems to protect private data and websites. A planet protector, expanding EV battery life and inventing more ways to build a better future for all. When you work in tech at Cox, you get to do career-defining work that solves the greatest problems of our time. Join us and connect to work that improves lives, including yours. Learn more about our family of businesses at cox.career/tech.
The most wonderful time of the year. Although, let's be honest, around the holidays, things really add up. But here's the good news. Only at Verizon, you can get a single line for $50 per month when you switch and bring your phone. So while ice skating for two is definitely costing more, here at Verizon, you can save. Gifts for your third cousins? Steep. A single line with Verizon? Not so steep. A real tree? Pricey. A single line with Verizon? Less pricey. Flights to see Mima and Pops? Those are up. A $50 per month single line? That's down. Even a trip to the Atlanta Holiday Market will cost you more. But with Verizon, you can switch and bring your phone for just $50 per month for a single line on unlimited welcome, with autopay plus taxes and fees. All this to say, during the holiday season, when everything is costing more, you can get more for less right now at a local Verizon store. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G, 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.